Creatures of the night, it's your girl Tati. Let's talk about Ring of Honor. We had some really great matches tonight and a couple of new developments on the show. We did start off with what I was really surprised to see was the opening match, which was Athena versus La Catalina for the Ring of Honor Women's World Championship. I didn't like that because Athena been holding it down for the past 2 years with this title, and I felt like it's a title match. Like, why not be on the main event? However, we do got some CMLL wrestlers that was holding down that main event spot. But hey, I got over it. The girls gave a really, really great match. I will say this: La Catalina, her gear, the zipper broke. So like you see like throughout the match that the back like her back is exposed, and it wasn't to the like the zipper broke at the top, like at where her neck was, so there wasn't going to be any wardrobe malfunction. Now if it had broke at the bottom from where you start to zip up, then her gear would have definitely fallen off. She was able to do the pretty much, I would say like 90% of the match with that low wardrobe malfunction, and did it pretty good since there was nothing that they were going to be able to do to fix that. Man, they had really, really great chemistry. And I thought that, hey, La Catalina is great. I would love to see her back in Ring of Honor. She'll get a little TV time on Collision against somebody. She hasn't done too many matches within Ring of Honor, and I thought it would have been cool to see maybe even a little feud with Athena. Like, that's one of the things that I'm not liking, is that people are going for titles, but not necessarily any feuds. We're just earning title shots, or not even earning title shots and getting it. However, she does an amazing job here in her match with Athena. There is something that was going on tonight, which was, I don't know what venue they were at, but there was this light shining from all the way at the top of the venue, and it's light coming from outside, and I don't know what the hell that was, but it was shining directly into the ring, and this was an obstacle for the wrestlers and even the referee throughout the show, because this bright ass light that I guess they can't cover all the way up there is coming into the ring. If you saw it, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It was very distracting, not just for people watching, but really distracting for the wrestlers that are trying to do their work. However, that didn't come into the way of Athena retaining her title, and rightfully so. After this, we do have Jay Lethal teaming up with Satnam Singh to go against local talent. To be honest with you, this is not what I expect when I think of Jay Lethal. Jay Lethal is a Ring of Honor legend, and honestly, I'm not feeling anything that we've seen with Jay Lethal since he's been with AEW. Sometimes I'm just wondering, are you just like doing this on purpose? Like, you got the check and you don't really feel like you have to do anything? I don't know what it is. The match was just okay. Didn't really care too much from it. Knowing what Jay Lethal is capable of doing, this should have been so much better. But I'm not expecting much when you're going against local talent, teaming up with Satnam Singh, who can only do a choke slam. I don't think this was interesting to me at all. Yes, Jay Lethal and Satnam Singh ends up taking the win. Great. After this, Billie Starkz goes against another local talent. Her name is Milo. She's cute. Billie Starkz, you seeing a little bit more, a little bit of aggression that Athena has definitely instilled in her. Even her yelling at the referee like how Athena normally does. She's doing that here in this match too. You can see that she's understanding Athena a little bit more. So you're seeing some of the things that Athena would do within Billie Starkz. However, as much as I feel like I've seen some progression with Billie Starkz, I'm still not 100% sold. She's young. She's probably like 19, maybe 20 years old. So there's a lot for her to work on as she becomes a better wrestler. But I just don't really, I'm just not on board. Not yet. Like, she's literally throwing punches that look like something like a little kindergarten. I'd see little kindergartners throw better punches than Billie Starkz. I didn't care too much for this. Now after this, we do have the Sons of Texas. They're here. Not a title match, but they went against John Cruz and someone else. I can't remember what his name was. I don't even think I've seen him before. John Cruz came out to music, and he had some cute new gear and everything. I was like, oh, look at you getting a little TV time before you take this L. Sons of Texas come on out there, and it doesn't really take long for them to take the win, but We had MXM Collection, who was under a ring the entire time, that came out there to attack Sons of Texas. And at first it's working. And I'm just like, you know what? Y'all already stole Sammy's title. Y'all might as well steal Dustin's title as well. Instead, what ended up happening is somehow, some way, Dustin and Sammy becomes alive again and ends up putting the pause on MXM Collection and even taking their titles back. Look, I'm all for the fun, campy stuff that, makes everybody laugh, great. But at the end of the day, it's not funny, the fact that the tag titles ain't going nowhere. And then and when I thought about this too during this match that I was saying during the live stream, was that it's very interesting how a couple of weeks ago the Von Erichs showed up on the show. And when I look back at it, they were in Texas when they actually showed up on the show and have not been back. So this entire time, so they've been champions since August, okay? They've only been on the show one other time since August, which was a couple of weeks ago, because they were in Texas. And I was just like, so y'all on house arrest, or y'all can't leave the state or something? Like, do y'all know something that I don't know, that y'all cannot perform outside of Texas? I'm so freaking over it. I really do feel like one of the things in terms of a reset that Ring of Honor can use right now is these titles changing hands. Not just changing hands, but for us to just see something completely different. Tony Khan, don't put titles on people who are not going to be defending it. We're fucking over that shit. MXM, somebody, one of these teams, please come get these titles off of Dustin and Sammy. Don't forget the Von Erichs too. After this, we have Beast Mortos. Oh, the love of my life. Versus Sonico. They tore it up. And this was more on the short side though, but they tore it up. This is one of those situations where I'm talking about how that light coming from the heavens or whatever was coming into the ring, and just fucking, even the referee at some point is blocking his face because that shiny ass light is in everybody's eyes. And I'm just like, holy shit, y'all might as well wrap it up. I don't know what's going on, but this is very distracting. So this was like, I don't know, not even 5 minutes or whatnot, but they did have great chemistry within that 5 minutes. Now look, Beast Mortos, I could believe that he could beat somebody up in like 2 minutes, maybe even 1 minute. However, Beast Mortos is definitely very talented in the ring, and I would prefer to see him actually showing people what he can do. I don't want to make it seem like, hey, we have to put him in squash matches. Beast Mortos is way more than capable than doing squash matches. Still, great match here. Beast Mortos ends up taking the win. What are we doing with the Beast? Nothing, to be honest with you. After this, Thunder Rosa. Very surprised to see Thunder Rosa on Ring of Honor. She went against Brittany Brooks. Hey, that gear that Thunder Rosa was wearing is no joke. She looked amazing. I thought this was going to be more on the squash side, but it wasn't. They gave Brittany a little bit of time in the ring with Thunder Rosa. Thought the chemistry was good between these two girls. But Thunder Rosa, I'm a little confused with what they're doing with her as well. I'm like, all right, she's on Ring of Honor. She's going to take the win. But what we've been seeing her in AEW taking some L's as of late. You guys saw last night on Dynamite in that tag match against Megan and Penelope. She was the one that got pinned in that match, and they end up taking the L. So a little bit random that she comes here and she wins against local talent. And I just want to see more from her. I did see some people say on the chat yesterday about how some of these girls, if they're not really getting a chance to make it within the AEW main roster, they can be on Ring of Honor doing some things. While that might be true, they could be doing that. Thunder Rosa is definitely someone who can be up in line, next in line to be going for that women's championship. But we'll see what ends up happening with that. Thunder Rosa with a win on Ring of Honor. I didn't think I'd be saying that ever. After this is when the show really starts to get good. These last 3 matches here. Bandito teaming up with his little brother, Gravity. They even do that spacewalk, moonwalk thing that Gravity does. They did it together. And they were matching in terms of color. Gravity normally gives us like the Buzz Lightyear colors, but this time he was wearing like black and shit with Bandito. It was cute. They went against the Infantry. Wow. When I say this was a really great tag match, and when I'm watching this, I'm just like, hey, there's a little bit of hope for the tag division, right? If we were doing something with them titles. I thought this was really, really great. In my opinion, I would have preferred to see the infantry take the win here based off what we've been seeing with them, not just in Ring of Honor, but also how we saw them last on Collision the other day when they had attacked Adam Cole and Danny Garcia and them. And that would have been cool to follow up with that, with them having to be the winner. But they did look really strong here in this match with Gravity and Bandito. They kept Gravity in the ring for as long as possible, tormenting Gravity as much as they possibly could before Bandito ended up getting in the ring. Both of these teams had really great chemistry with each other. The infantry been tagging for a long time, and Bandito and Gravity, well, they're brothers, so you know they've been fighting since God knows when. So the chemistry was really great. It was really fun. However, Bandito and Gravity ends up taking the win. Now, before they can celebrate, though, I forgot to mention the beginning of the show. We started off with, see, I wanted to forget this. Chris Jericho was pretty much scolding Brian Keith and Big Bill about how he's taking them under their wing, and really they haven't done a damn thing. There's nothing for him to be proud of them of, and that they have one more opportunity, one last chance to you know, show him what they're capable of. And he ends up walking away with that high ass yellow suit. Now, Bandito, Gravity are celebrating in the ring, and here comes Brian Keith and Big Bill. They end up attacking them. They end up beating the shit out of Bandito while, not Bandito, out of Gravity, while Bandito is watching his brother get his ass whooped. They hit both of them with the title, Ring of Honor World title, in the face, and they end up standing tall after this. Okay, great. We'll see where this goes. Now, look, I'm glad they're showing a little something of this on Ring of Honor instead of on Collision. We'll take it. At some point, we need to get that title off of Chris Jericho because he ain't doing a damn thing over there. After this, we have the Gates of Agony. Lord, come agonize my heart. Versus Bad Dude Tito and Che Cabrera. This was amazing. This was amazing. Do you see what I keep telling you when I'm saying, like, when I'm advocating and talking about these tag titles need to change hands? It's matches like this that I'm watching these teams do, and I'm just like, I'm seeing these teams look fucking hungry out there, and for nothing. There's nothing for them to go for. The chemistry was so great. Typically, we've been seeing for the past few months, the Gates of Agony have been coming out there and just annihilating everyone, okay? And they've been looking really strong. I forgot what the number is in terms of their match streak, but they've been on a streak for a while of wins. Now here comes Bad Dude Tito and Che Cabrera. They come out there and they say, we're a real team and we're gonna make y'all put in some work, and they really did. And to see that the Gates of Agony kind of getting their ass whooped for a little bit, which is something that we haven't seen from other teams as of late. So it was great to actually see something a little bit different, to see the Gates of Agony just be like taken off their rockers and just be like, hold on, we need to regroup because this is a legit team here. And I liked the chemistry between both teams. Now, Gates of Agony, they ends up taking the win, and rightfully so. I see titles on these two. I see titles on them. Why they don't have titles now, I don't know. This is a legit team that not only on Ring of Honor, that they could be successful, they could also be successful in AEW as well. They've been tagging for a long time, and I've seen the growth with them as a team. There's no reason why these two don't have any titles on them. Definitely a really great match to watch if you're going to watch the show. Now, before our main event, we do have something very interesting. Athena's back there with two little girls. Well, not little. There's two girls that's wearing MIT shirts. I've never seen these girls before. I don't know if they're security guards for her or whatever. But then here comes someone snatching these girls up. And I'm like, who the hell is doing all that? It was Diamante. Diamante, we haven't seen you since, what, the street fight, I think? With Layla Hirsch. She comes over there and she goes, well, where's Billy Starks? And Athena's like, well, I don't know where she's at. And she said, good. Consider myself to be minion number 1. And she ends up walking away. And Athena just thinks about it for a second. And then she shakes her head. She's like, you know what? This might work out. Now, I was not expecting this at all. Diamante, she's back. And she's joining forces with Athena. Where's this going? I don't know. I think that this would be a better team instead of Billy and Athena. This very interesting to see what's going to happen with these two girls together. Maybe we're going to be seeing these two girls tagging for a little bit, since pretty much Athena done ran through all the girls that you could possibly throw at her. So that's interesting to see where we're going with that. Main event. CMLL is in the building again. While I didn't want this to be main event, to be honest with you, the energy between everyone in the ring was off the charts, where it's just like, well, how could this not be the main event? Like, the type of energy that they're bringing to the ring is absolutely insane. So for our main event, we got Blue Panther Jr., and Dark Panther teaming up to go against Euphoria, Gran Guerrero, and Valiente. I'm telling you, if you don't pay attention the entire time, you're never gonna know who's a legal person in the ring, because everybody it's a good chaotic, where everybody is being active. They have really great chemistry, and the crowd is loud as fuck. And I'm seeing why we're seeing regular these past few weeks that CMLL is closing these shows. It's because of that type of energy. The crowd is so alive when they are in the ring, and it's really attractive to have those that lucha style being on the show. They told up. Commander's sitting out there with Alex Abrahantes. Alex Abrahantes wearing a suit. I don't think I've ever seen him wear a suit. They're watching the match because Dark Panther had won an opportunity to go against Commander. When that happened, I don't know. And he's watching out in the crowd. Yes, Blue Panther Jr., Dark Panther ends up taking the win, rightfully so, especially because Dark Panther has his match with Commander coming up at some point. They needed to take the win. However, this was such a great vibe. Every time that CMLL wrestlers come, they are having really, really great shows, really great matches. And I see that this is something that we could use from time to time within Ring of Honor to make the show more interesting. But with that being said, we cannot take, I guess, a spotlight away from the Ring of Honor regulars to do this, because we cannot depend on CMLL to be the focus of Ring of Honor. That's why there's CMLL on Fridays, and then we have Ring of Honor on Thursdays. Two different things, and I think we got to make more of a focus to have bigger storylines, so that it seems like, hey, this is Ring of Honor and CMLL doing something. While we're at it, we still don't have a date for the next pay-per-view, which is Supercard of Honor. It's typically the last week of March, first week of April. We don't have a venue, we don't have a date, nothing so far. To kind of get with it. And if we do that, it would be really, really cool to see something like a Forbidden Door type of situation with Ring of Honor and CMLL. At least everything that's not related to the titles, because we need to get them titles to be moving for the most part. And I think that would be a really great thing, since we've been seeing CMLL representation within Ring of Honor. So to have that type of kind of Forbidden Door situation going on, I think would be best case scenario based off of what's been going on. Now the show, not bad. However, those last 3 matches was really great. Oh, Bismarck, that was good too. He is eye candy, so it is what it is. Opening match with Athena and La Catalina was really, really great. So go ahead and check out this show. I thought it was good. Tony Khan, everything that I'm telling you, you watching my reviews, I'm giving you advice for free. And at some point, you're just going to have to give me a call and cut the check. You guys, thank you for watching my review. I will be back on Saturday with Collision. See you guys then. Bye.